Hey everyone, I'm Flo, Duty's behind the camera, and we're all about simple food, simple faith. I'm gonna show you an easier and faster way to make Hainan chicken. When I was in Malaysia, this was my favorite dish. It's probably because I don't eat a lot of spicy, so this dish is not spicy at all. And my kids love it. To this day, it's their favorite chicken dish. If you like this video, please click the like button and subscribe because it really does help the channel. To start off, I'm going to prepare my poaching liquid. I've got a giant piece of ginger here. I'm just gonna show you how to peel ginger. So if you're not gonna peel it, you have to wash it really clean. And I've done that already, but I also want to take the peel off because it can be bitter. And so just with the back of a knife or even with a spoon, you can just easily scrape off the brown skin. All right, so I removed all the skin. I'm only gonna use a portion of it for my braising liquid. So this is about 2.5 ounces, maybe 3 ounces. So I'm just gonna cut off some slices. And the rest I'm going to make into the green onion and ginger sauce. In my Dutch oven, I have 4 cups of water. And I'm going to toss my ginger in there. I've got 2 giant cloves of garlic. This is probably 4 to 5 normal size cloves of garlic. So I'm just gonna bash them a little bit. I'm taking 4 stalks of green onion. I'm just gonna cut them in half. That is also going into, also adding about 2 teaspoons of salt. Maybe 1.5 teaspoons. All right, I'm going to turn this on high, just bring it to a boil. Once the liquid starts to come to a rolling boil, I'm going to put in our chicken thighs. And I have 6 fairly large chicken thighs, and we're just going to put that straight into the water. Now my pot can only fit 6, so that's why I'm using 6. And we do want to ensure that the chicken is submerged as best as possible. And we're going to put a lid on. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to turn down the heat to a low, just for the water to be kind of moving, but not boiling, if that makes sense. And then we're gonna put the lid on. And we're gonna let it poach for 15 to 20 minutes, depending on how big your thighs are. If you don't wanna use thighs, we like thighs because we prefer dark meat, and this recipe makes it really easy for us to have dinner on the table quickly. If you're looking for a recipe for the whole chicken, you can check it out here. While the chicken is poaching, we're gonna move on to our green onion and ginger sauce. So I've got 5 stalks of green onion because my family loves this sauce. You definitely don't have to make so much.
Yeah, you do.
So we're just gonna thinly slice the green onion. I'm gonna put this into a bowl. And the bowl should be heat proof as well because we're gonna add some hot oil to cook it a little bit. So that piece of ginger I'm going to grate right into the bowl. And I choose to grate because I like how fine it gets, as opposed to me chopping it up by hand. I can't seem to get it as fine as I like it. My mom tried once. She's like, "How did you do it? So fine. I've been chopping away for so long." And I'm like, "Well, I use a grater, Mom." "Oh, you do it then." So it's about equal part ginger and green onion, but there's no strict rule. You can use as much or as little as you like. All right, it's been 20 minutes. The chicken looks done. To make sure that the chicken is done, you can just poke it with a knife to make sure that the juices are running clear at the bone. I don't know if you can see, but there's no pink. I'm plunging it into a bowl of cold water, ice cold water. I don't know if it's ice cold. It came from the tap. It's as cold as it gets. We're doing this because we want to cool down the chicken, but also to tighten the skin. And we're gonna let it sit there for about 5 minutes. It's also going to stop the cooking. This here is like liquid gold. It is such an amazing, tasty broth. You can use this to make your rice, or you can save it for another time. You can drink it as the soup. It's delicious. Do not pour this down the sink. Strain it and use it for another time. I'm not making the chicken rice today, but you definitely could use this to do that. Okay, I also want to add about half a teaspoon of salt. And we're going to pour in our very hot oil. I'm using about 1/4 cup of avocado oil. You just want to use a neutral tasting oil. And we're just going to stir that up. Oh, it smells so good. I know dudes are already thinking that is so not enough.
Nope. That's enough for me. What about for you guys?
We're also going to make a soy sauce to pour over top. So I'm using 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, just light soy, and 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. And this is the Asian roasted sesame oil. So equal parts soy sauce and sesame oil. And we're just going to give that a stir. I'll probably have to stir it again when we get the chicken ready. We drain the chicken, and you can serve them like this and just have everyone cut up their own pieces, but I like to serve them already boneless. So I'm going to cut into this. All right, look at all this chicken, guys. I find when I cut it up, it goes further, just like when we have steak. If we give everyone 1 steak, they would eat it all. But if we cut it up, they don't eat as much as they would otherwise. Same with the chicken. Chicken in Canada is not cheap, guys. Like these 6 thighs probably cost me about 10 bucks. Look at that. It's a giant plate of chicken. I'm going to stir up this soy sauce and sesame oil again. Just make sure that it's nicely mixed up. And we're going to pour it over the chicken. So if you didn't cut up your chicken, you can always just serve this on the side and people can help themselves to the sauce. I'm also going to add some ground white pepper. Just a couple of pinches. Garnish with some cilantro. And if you don't like cilantro, you don't have to do this. Some of us like the flavor of cilantro. Also serving with some sambal oelek, which is a chili paste. I don't like to eat that, but dude does. All right, and some green onion and ginger sauce. Some would say that that's the star of the show. All right, are you all ready for?
This is The Taste. I'm Dude, and this is one of my favorites. There's not much in terms of Malaysian food that I don't love. And this is one that Flo makes on the regular, and everyone loves it. And especially since it's boneless, it's my kind of food because I'm a lazy eater. All right, let's get some sambal in here. And definitely ginger and onion sauce. It is the star of the show, but really it's a team effort because you gotta get all those flavors in. Otherwise, it's not a complete dish. I don't prefer the skin, and so I'm just gonna push. I know you're gonna get on my case about that, guys, but sorry, that's just not me.
Hey, some people don't like that skin.
So again, apologies for offending anybody, but I don't like the skin. If it was deep fried, you know I would be all up in that. With a bit of rice as the vehicle to balance it all off. You know what? Do I get some cilantro? Forget it. Forget it. This is like everything in there. There's so much anticipation here, guys. Yes, chicken is tender. You know, I grew up eating breast meat, and I gotta say, I'm a convert. Dark meat is has a better texture and mouthfeel all together. It's just more tender in general. Guys, you gotta do it. It's a classic, and it's made easier in how Flo did it.
Awesome, thanks, dude.
Using just thighs, 20 minutes. Whole chicken, about an hour. So you choose. For this recipe, check it out on my website, FLO'S.com.